观众朋友们，大家好，欢迎收看《洋厨房》，我是刘烨，世界美味与你共尝。有那么一道菜呢，零差评、超快手、易操作，做完呢还总能惊艳四座，它就是烤出来的美食。不要小瞧了烤箱哦，一道用心又简单的烘烤美食，更是集营养、美味还有颜值于一身哦。
Who wants cocktails?
I'm hosting my version of a Mexican brunch for the spicy senoritas of the Grand Forks Brunch Club. And they're going to go wild for these decadent creations, like my warm and gooey chorizo egg and cheese enchiladas, churro pancakes with a sweet milk glaze, chunky charred tomatillo salad, and spicy palomas made for brunchin' to add a kick to your ladies' luncheon.
Oh, the good stuff.
It's my turn to host Brunch Club, and I thought I would spice things up a bit. So I'm putting together a Mexican-inspired feast for my girlfriends to devour. For the main course, I'm whipping up my chorizo egg and cheese enchiladas, which are really hearty and have this delicious smoky heat from the chorizo. To get started, I'm cooking up some Mexican chorizo, which is a sausage seasoned with chili peppers that renders a lot of good flavorful fat. I'll transfer it to a bowl. Okay, I'm gonna leave the chorizo fat in my pan now because I'm gonna cook my onions in it. I have one chopped onion here and I'm gonna add half of it to the pan. I'll reserve the other half for my green chili sauce. I'll add a little bit of salt, but I wanna go easy on the salt with this filling because there is a lot of salt in the chorizo already. My onions are getting soft. I'm gonna grab my eggs. I have a dozen eggs here. The chickens have been hard at work. I'll whisk these up. Can't have brunch without eggs. Okay, now I'll add these to the pan with the onions. And I'm gonna cook these, scraping up the bottom as I go until they're just considering being fully set. I don't want them to be fully cooked because they are gonna continue to cook in the oven. Enchiladas are such an awesome way of feeding a crowd. You can prep them in advance, you can make a big batch, you can make 2 of them and freeze one for emergency brunch club parties like, oh no, one of my friends dumped a guy. We have to get together immediately. Just stick some enchiladas in the oven. These eggs are still very loose, but this is how I want them. I'll add them to the bowl with my chorizo now. All right. I'm gonna season this with a little salt and pepper. I'll fold this together. And now I'll get going on my green chili sauce. Enchiladas have to be smothered in a sauce, and a lot of times you see them made with red sauce, but I also really like green chili sauce because the flavor is super bright, and canned green chilies are easy to find any time of the year. I'm starting by chopping up a jalapeno. I'll remove the seeds. You gotta remember not to touch my eyes after doing this. I'll finely chop this. And then in my skillet, I'll add a drizzle of olive oil, and I'll cook my onion and jalapeno until they're soft. I'll add a pinch of salt. As these soften, I'll chop up 2 cloves of garlic. And then I'll add these right in. Now for my spices, I'm gonna add a teaspoon of cumin, which adds woodiness and a touch of bitterness, a half a teaspoon of dried Mexican oregano, which it has some citrusy notes that go great with this bright sauce. I'll kick up the heat with a pinch of crushed red pepper and some black pepper. I'll stir this around and let these spices toast just for about a minute. My friends and I get together for brunch regularly, always at each other's houses, and we love to try out different recipes. I know they're really gonna appreciate this Mexican take. Veggies are looking great. I'm gonna blend everything up so that it's extra smooth. I'll also add a teaspoon of sugar. A little bit of sweetness will go a long way in rounding out these flavors. And then diced green chilies, and add some more flavor with some vegetable stock. You can also use chicken stock. And I'll blend this on high until it's very smooth. This color is groovy. Oh, that smells delicious. I'm gonna pour it back into my pan now. I wanna simmer it for a few minutes to allow all the flavors to meld together and just get better. I've got flour tortillas, shredded mozzarella cheese, and I'm really excited about these. I've crisped them up in my pan, I've seasoned them with salt and pepper, and I have extras to do that. I'll grab my casserole dish, and to put the enchiladas together, I'll start with a layer of green sauce on the bottom of my dish. Spread this around. I'm ready to assemble. I've warmed my tortillas a bit so that they're pliable. Don't want them to tear. And I'm gonna add about 1/3 cup of egg filling right down the center. I wanna get it evenly distributed. Next, I'll add a big old pile of cheese. Love it when it gets melty and ooey and gooey. And lastly, 6 tots right on top of the cheese. I'll add some Midwest flair. I'll roll this up and lock all the fillings in, and then I'll place it seam side down right into my casserole dish. I'll continue on rolling up my enchiladas. These are cozy and tucked in tight. I'm gonna pour the rest of my green chili sauce all over the top now. And this is gonna soak into the tortillas and make them so good. I'll spread the sauce all over the top. Oh yeah, I can't wait to eat these. And I'll spread on the rest of my cheese. These are gorgeous. I'll stick them in the oven now at 375 for about 40 minutes until the cheese is melty and browned. These enchiladas are gonna be out of this world fantastic. I'm hosting a Mexican-inspired brunch for my gal pals, a fiesta on the farm. And for a nice light side to my meal, I'm making my charred tomatillo salad, which is smoky and bright and has luscious creaminess from avocado. I just char up a bunch of stuff, toss it with a lime dressing, and top with pumpkin seeds, queso fresco, and cilantro. To get started, I'm charring my tomatillos. I'm getting some great color on them already. This will add delicious smoky flavor and bring out the savory qualities of the tomatillos. I'll flip these over and get some color on the other sides. These look gorgeous. Now while these continue to char, I'll chop up some more of my vegetables. I have some peppers here and an onion, and I'll chop off the ends. Look at all these bright colors. And then cut them in half. I also have an onion. I'll chop this in half. All right. And I'll get this right onto my pan to start charring. And my tomatillos are looking great. Oh yeah, they've got char on both sides. I'll take these off and make room for my peppers. I can smell that smoky char. Next, I'll add my peppers. The enchiladas are quite heavy. This will be a nice light balance to them. Now, while these continue to char, I'm gonna chop up my tomatillos. This salad is basically the love child of a chunky tomatillo salsa and a guacamole. So I'm just chopping these up into nice big chunks. I think I'm smelling the peppers and onion. Let me check on them. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. I'll let this cool. Let me flip over the peppers. Oh, look at that gorgeous blistering. I'll let these char on the other side, and I'll finish up chopping up my tomatillos. Tomatillos are great. They're a little sour, sweet, they have great fruitiness, and they're juicy. Perfect for a salad. The tomatillos are chopped. I'll get the peppers off in my pan while I chop up my onion. These look super charry. And now I'll chop up my onion, and just like the tomatillos, I want some nice chunky bigger bits. And the sweetness of the onion is gonna go so nicely in this. And now my peppers. We've got a lot of colors in the rainbow in this salad. Beautiful. Everything is charred and chopped. Now I'll grab an avocado. This is gonna add great richness and creaminess. It'll be a nice contrast to these veggies. I'll chop it in half. Twist it apart. Ooh, that's a good one. And then I'll cut it into nice big chunks, and I'm cutting gently because I want to make sure that I don't cut through the skin. Now I'll scoop it out right into the bowl. Now I'll whip up a quick and easy lime dressing. This dressing is fresh and tangy, a nice match to the charred salad. I'll start by juicing a lime into my bowl, and a little bit goes a long way. I'll add 2 tablespoons of olive oil, I'll just eyeball this in. A nice big clove of garlic, and the acidity from the lime will mellow out the garlic. Some salt and pepper. I'll just whisk this to emulsify. This looks beautiful. Let me grab the salad. I'll drizzle this all over. And now let's toss this salad. This is going to be such a bright dish. Heather's one of my brunch club friends. She's coming over today, and she is an incredible chef in town. I love talking about food with her. I'm really excited to see her. Salad's tossed. Let me get my serving bowl. It's like a party already in here. I'll dump this in. Let me grab my garnishes. I've got queso fresco, which is a delicious fresh cheese. I'll sprinkle these all over the top. Never too much queso fresco is what I always say. And some toasted pumpkin seeds for nuttiness and crunch. And lastly, some fresh cilantro. I cannot get enough of cilantro. It'll add a gorgeous pop of freshness on top. Let me taste it. Wow, this just explodes with flavor. This is gonna crush with the enchiladas. It's almost time to get our brunch on. My friends are on their way over and I just need to finish up the meal. For a little something toothsome, I'm making my churro pancakes with sweet milk glaze. They combine elements of Mexican churros in pancake form. I just make a batter, griddle it in butter, finish it with icing, no syrup required. To get started, I'll combine my dry ingredients. In my bowl here, I'll add 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup of sugar. These are gonna be extra sweet. 3/4 of a teaspoon of kosher salt. And then I'll make these pancakes extra fluffy with 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. So I'll grab my spices now. I've got cinnamon and nutmeg. Cinnamon is the signature flavor of churros. I'll add 1 teaspoon. And then I'm gonna grate in some fresh nutmeg. I'll whisk to combine. All right, my dry ingredients are combined, and now I'll mix up my wet ingredients. I've got 2 eggs and buttermilk. You've got to have buttermilk in pancakes. It adds that great tanginess. I'll measure out 1 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk. And I'll keep this standing by for my glaze. 2 eggs. 3 tablespoons of melted butter, which I've allowed to cool slightly, and this will help keep the pancakes moist. And a teaspoon of vanilla extract will complement the cinnamon really nicely. I'll whisk this up. Buttermilk smells a good smell. I'll add the wet to the dry and mix until just combined. I don't want to overmix and create a gummy pancake. I love the speckles of cinnamon in the batter. It's so beautiful. My batter's combined. There are still a few lumps, which is what I want. It's what I'm looking for. And now I'm ready to cook up these pancakes. The key to next level pancakes is not skimping on the butter. So a layer of butter in between each batch of pancakes will yield that golden, crispy edge and more butter flavor. Love that sizzle. And now I'll portion in scoops of the batter and give them enough space on all sides so that they can get cooked evenly and become their best circular selves. I'll let these cook until they're browned on the bottom and the bubbles rise to the top and pop, and then I'll know that they're ready to flip, and then I'll cook them until brown on the other side. And in the meantime, I'm going to bask in this smell, melted butter and pancake batter, the smell of brunch. Yes! Look at that golden brown edge. This is a perfect pancake. I'll flip the rest of these and then let them go for another minute on the other side. That's a good one too. 2 for 2 and 3 for 3. Yes. These are ready to come off. They're so fluffy. And just like a churro, I'm gonna sprinkle these with cinnamon sugar. Okay, I'm gonna keep on pancaking. These pancakes look phenomenal, but I'm gonna make them even better with a sweet milk glaze. This is a really simple glaze. I'll add 1.5 cups of powdered sugar to my bowl, a pinch of salt, 2 tablespoons of buttermilk, and you can use regular milk here, but I figured there's buttermilk in the pancakes, add an extra tang to the icing, a splash of vanilla for more flavor, and then I'll whisk it until it's smooth. I want a glaze that's thick but pourable. If it's too thin, add more powdered sugar, and if it's too thick, add a little more milk. This is perfect. I'll serve this table side so that my friends can drizzle, but I want to taste it first. Oh, that's a fluffy pancake. I'm gonna do a dunk. The combination of the fluffy pancake with the crunchy sugar and that tangy sweet glaze is outstanding. Oh, and that cinnamon is really coming through. My friends are gonna go crazy over these. Look at that browned, bubbly cheese. These enchiladas are stunning. They need some accessories though. Before I serve, I'm gonna drizzle them with some sour cream, some sliced jalapeno. It'll make things extra spicy. Sliced radishes, mainly because they're pretty, but also they'll add nice peppery crunch. And I'll finish with a sprinkle of cilantro for that great pop of freshness. Are these the prettiest enchiladas you ever did see? I love these a whole enchilada. Brunch Club is about to begin. My friend Heather is here early to help me put on the finishing touches, and we can't have Brunch Club without a cocktail.
No.
We're making spicy Palomas.
Yum.
Loaded with fresh grapefruit juice and jalapeno tequila. Juice and booze.
Perfect.
You have to have it for brunch.
Good combination.
I'm just finishing up juicing these grapefruits. Do you want to rim the glasses?
Yes.
So in that bowl, you can combine some superfine sugar, Himalayan pink salt.
Okay.
And just a pinch of cayenne.
Okay.
And mix it up.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Mhm.
Oh, these are going to be good.
And then once that's mixed, the glasses are right there. And then the lime wedges are for the rims, and then the slices are for garnish.
Perfect.
Almost done with all this.
You're working hard over there.
I'm earning it.
Look at all the pulp. I love it.
Yes. Oh, yeah, so much pulp.
Ooh, that looks good.
We're gonna have some juicy gossip. I've got some sliced jalapenos. Can I reach over you to grab some sugar? This will just help me muddle the jalapenos. And then I'll mash these around, release all their spicy juices. And I'll grab the goods. This is reposado tequila, and it's aged, so it's a little bit of a darker, smokier flavor.
Wow, the good stuff.
How much do you think we need?
Just dump it in there.
A healthy cup. I even got.
That's good. It's been a long winter.
I'm gonna grab some ice.
Ooh.
Do you want to add some ice to the glasses? I'm gonna put some ice in here. And I'll shake this up to infuse that tequila with the jalapeno. There we go. I'll pour this in. Spicy and boozy. Ah, that's such a great color. Let some garnish.
Yes.
Okay, well, should we taste?
We probably should.
Cheers!
I love it.
You like them?
Yes. Delicious.
Is it strong enough?
Super strong.
Strong and spicy. Just the way we like our cocktails. Who wants cocktails? Spicy Palomas.
Oh, thank you.
Coming in hot. Get it? Because like spicy hot.
Yes, I get it.
Niall, yes. Can I get you a whole enchilada?
Please.
Ooh.
Yes.
Thank you.
This is a charred tomatillo salad.
Gorgeous.
These are churro pancakes, and they have some cinnamon sugar on them.
Thank you.
Cheers! Cheers!
Thanks for coming. What's inside the enchiladas?
Tater tots? What?
It's your secret weapon, really.
Yeah.